All right. Hello, everyone. Looks like I'm live. How's everyone doing today? Good to be here. I always look forward to our Tuesdays together. All right. Let me say hi real quick to some people in the chat. Hey, Becca, Aries, hey, Karen Crawford, Kathy Rollins, Lucy, Rose, Julie, Martha, Karen, Suvi, Nancy. Hey, Ann, Absolute Politics, Nancy Robbins, Sweetie Darling Lulu. Hey, Deborah, Mountain Dancer, Eric, Sandy, Wiki, Liz. Hey, everyone. All right. So good to be here. Just want to say, I'll be reading on political and current event questions today. So I have a little bit of a cold, so I might not do a full hour. We'll see how I feel. But lots going on in the world. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. I will say real quick that I was in totality for the eclipse yesterday, and I posted some photos on um, my Facebook and YouTube community board. What an amazing experience! I thought it was. I saw the 2017. It was a partial eclipse for us here. I'm outside of Cleveland, and it was really cool. They were talking about all this travel to the totality areas, and I was like, it was a little bit overhyped here where I'm at, um, but then after experiencing it yesterday, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I can totally see why it was such a big event and so many people were traveling for it." It was like time like the earth and time stood still, and just kind of froze for a few minutes. I had a very spiritual experience where I had a hawk kind of fly just right over me, and I was spending time with my husband and my mom. It was probably about 10 feet up above me, and I thought that that was really interesting too because on my animal totems, I have a hawk to my east, which represents new beginnings. Um, and kind of that's how the eclipse energy is too. It's kind of endings of things that are no longer serving us so that we can invite new energy in and to have like the hawk kind of come in and it's already very significant to me. It was just an amazing experience. So, and we got very lucky too because they were saying it was supposed to be cloudy here and I kept on asking for the most benevolent outcomes, and it was clear. So I'm sure a lot of you all had fun eclipse experiences too. Yes, Janice. I wasn't at Lake Erie for the eclipse, but I live not too far from Lake Erie. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, and Finn is laying down next to me. You might see him. He's taking a puppy nap. Yeah, it was really awesome. Me and my husband are gonna look into where the next eclipse is and maybe take a little vacation. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. All right. All right. Yeah, totally cool experience. It was almost like an out of body experience. It was very cool. Um, oh, cool. Aries Wanderer watched from our backyard, which overlooks Lake Erie. Nice. Um, but anyway, so just a couple announcements. We can talk about the eclipse more if you want, but we can get into some political current event stuff. There's some stuff I want to look at, but just a reminder that um, I will not be on next week. I might do a video while I'm on vacation if I have time, but I'm going to be on a road trip. I'm going to Gettysburg, doing some ghost hunting there, um, getting up to Gettysburg this Saturday, and then me and my husband and my mom are going to go to DC for a few days and then go up to New York City next week. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm always open to suggestions. So if you have any fun ideas for the trip, when I'm all finished with this video, if you want to send a comment, I would love that. So I won't be on next week. Think I'll be on Mel's channel this Thursday. I have a lot of stuff going on. I have new furniture arriving, getting packed up for this trip. So it'll just depend on how I'm feeling on Thursday. But I think the goal is to be on Mel's channel this Thursday. And I said we won't have anything next week. And then just for my members, um, we have our members live for our mini personal readings and for our monthly drawing for a free reading or Reiki session on Monday, the 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So if anybody's interested and wants to join us for that, the membership link is in the description box. And also, I'm booked for April, but I do have some openings for readings, Reiki, both, combination of both, starting in early May. So you can check out my availability and book online on my website, kevinlovingvibrations.com. All the info is in the description box. Yeah, I can't wait for the Gettysburg ghost stories to share as well, Sandy. I've already had a couple really cool experiences at the Farnsworth House, which is where I'm staying. And while I'm in Gettysburg, I'm thinking about possibly doing an event trip. It'd be a small group next year to do some ghost hunting there and kind of having like a haunted historical Gettysburg trip for anybody that might be interested in that. So, um, Janice, when I was in Gettysburg last time, we got our car stuck on the battlefield at like 3 a.m. after doing a ghost hunt. Our B&B was on the battlefield. And so we had to walk about a half a mile at like 3 a.m. in the morning across the battlefield to get to our B&B. And me and my husband did hear cannons going off. It was very eerie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if we can do a bit of a trip for next year while I'm down there. So I'll let you stay tuned for more information on that. If that's something you might be interested, you can email me. And if that's something I decide to do, I can definitely reach out to you then. All right, you guys, let's take a look at some political stuff going on. Let me just see. Did I miss any questions? Oh, Aries Wanderer says that there's an eclipse in New Zealand in 2028. Wouldn't that be I can't speak. Wouldn't that be beautiful? I've always wanted to go to Australia and New Zealand. No, we already have almost 400 watching. Thank you all so much. Do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of that. Yeah, I've been to the Dobbins house, Liz. Definitely, probably if I have time, we'll probably have dinner there, but we're only spending like a day and a half, so we'll see. All right. I did want to talk about this. I just heard that abortion approved its 19th century abortion ban, making it illegal in just about all cases. Will this give more push that Arizona will continue to vote blue? Absolutely. It's interesting because I think I said it last week on the show. I felt very good about Arizona staying blue, that the Senate race, and I believe I didn't know that they had an abortion case that they were deciding on, but this must be validation of why I felt so strongly about Arizona going blue. But we can take a look. I know that Trump just said that he supports states to decide, but it's just like abortion is going to be, I think, the main thing that and Trump and him being a threat to our democracy will be the reason why we retain the White House, flip the House, and keep the Senate. And it's like it's all of the battleground states, it seems like, or swing states that have it on their ballot. So a good question. Let's take a look. I do feel though abortion, because I believe they're going to put it on the ballot in Arizona to keep it legal, and I see that passing. All right, you guys. Arizona go blue in 2024 presidential election. Yep. They're worried because women are coming out in droves to vote. Isn't that funny? Um, yes, Arizona makes a deal with the Democrats. There's going to be a lot of momentum, a big push, a lot of action being taken in Arizona, collaborations, infrastructure, a lot of campaigning in that state. Women will be the reason why women are celebrating. Um, I believe for going blue, but also when they have abortion on the ballot and um, they restore abortion rights for women. Yeah, the Republicans are going to be very, very anxious. Queen of Cups coming out, so that motherly, nurturing energy coming out. Yeah, I feel good about it staying blue. Yeah, it is cruel. LLC. Oh yeah, Hope Hicks. I feel like her testimony in the hush money case will be it's going to be shocking. I think. You know, I said it before, and I just heard too that now Trump's saying that he won't debate Biden, which is what I said he wouldn't if he's even around then. But unless he agrees to doing a drug test beforehand, because now the Republicans are all saying he did cocaine and was all hopped up for his State of the Union address. It just baffles me, and also a bit of projection there because for entertainment purposes only. I have said I do feel like Trump may be snorting some kind of stimulant. It's crazy. No, the Republicans don't learn the lesson. Abortion will take them down, absolutely. And it has the last few elections, too, since Roe v. Wade was overturned. All right. Let's see. I got that one. You can take a look at that. Yeah, I do see Jack being able to get Cannon off the case soon, Janice. It might be another month or two, I feel, but yeah, she'll be taken off. I feel like he's already kind of drafting steps to take that up to the 13th Circuit Court. Dempsey wants to know 45's trying to delay the New York trial, hush money case. What is he afraid of? Stormy spilling secrets or potential jail time? Well, he's afraid of, I think I would say both. But as we know, he's doing anything he can to try to delay the case, which starts next week. It's not going to happen. All of his appeals, and now he wants to sue the judge. It's all going to fall flat. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a drug test if both candidates do it. Right, exactly. I almost feel like Biden would be like, yeah, I'll take a drug test if you take one. He would joke about it. I see Trump making any excuse not to debate, though. Like I said, if he's even around. All right. Yeah, I don't think 45 would take a drug test either. Let's just take a look at the hush money case. Oh yeah, Trump is definitely scared. He's afraid of the secrets being exposed. Interesting. I think Trump does a little bit of, he's not showing his fear, but obviously he's very worried about the case. He goes in trying to make it into a campaign rally. I almost feel like the judge having words with him was a hit that I got. Like when Trump was allowed to take the stand in the other case in New York, um, Judge Engeron was telling him to control your client because he was just going off. I feel like Judge Merchan doesn't put up with it. Like he may kick him out of the courtroom. Yeah, he's worried about everything coming. The world seeing the full picture of everything that he's done. He's very restricted though, as an outcome of this case. It could be jail. I've never personally felt that. It's going to definitely affect the health. This is trying to walk away. Tries to go to calmer waters. This could be fleeing plans, which I've never felt being successful. But um, yeah, it's not a good outcome for him. The truth will be told. I've always wondered about jail time for the case because I believe that making it a criminal case. I mean, it is a criminal case, but making it felony charges, I believe they were saying might be a bit tricky. But I don't think it's going to be good for Trump at all. I see him losing that. I've always said I felt like that is a backup plan that he flees, but I personally haven't seen him fleeing. I feel like the health takes him out first. Oh, absolutely. Donald Trump will have a meltdown during the trial, Debsy. Are you kidding me? Gail, I've been saying that for a while. I have a hard time seeing Donald Trump on the ballot in November. Could it happen? Sure, but I always feel like the health might take him out beforehand. Thank you, Dale. Thank you for the super chat. All right. That's a good point, Ian. I feel like there's consequences, but I don't know about jail. And says the 31 indictments in the hush money case are all indictments. I think he will get house arrest, probation, and gagged for years. And if he breaks the gag order while on probation, he will be jailed. I could see probation and maybe some house arrest. I don't know about the house arrest though if he's campaigning, but interesting. Yeah, I agree, Jeffrey. I threw cards on Biden and Trump for the next few months, and I got the tower for him in April. So, and then I think the next month, May was like the Ten of Swords. So, all right, let's take a look. Yeah, I do feel like there's more charges coming, Gigi. I've been saying that. Maybe that's what this heavy energy in April and May feel like for him. All right. I'm not looking at Princess Kate's health. I'm sorry. I've looked at it before and I really want to respect their privacy. I've read on it several times, but I'm not looking at it today. That's a good question too. All right. Will Georgia have a Democratic governor in 2026? All right, I'm going to ask the pendulum, will they have a Democratic governor in 2026? I'm feeling a yes to that, Samelia. Let's just ask the pendulum. Could it be Stacey again? I don't know. I feel like it might be a woman. Will Georgia have a Democratic governor in 2026? Getting a big yes with the pendulum. Will the next governor in Georgia be a female? Getting a yes for that too. Interesting. Maybe it's Stacey. Will Stacey Abrams be the next governor of Georgia in 2026? It might not be Stacey, though. I don't know if there's another woman of prominence that's a Democrat. I think if she decides to run, it may be her. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Jeffrey. Supreme Court on immunity, 19 high military with 4-star status wrote to the court saying how immunity is such a threat. What do you see? I do not see the Supreme Court saying he has presidential immunity. I don't see it at all. Let's take a look at it, because I think the Supreme Court took it to delay things, but I still feel like the January 6th case is going to happen before the election. How will the Supreme Court vote on Trump's presidential immunity case? It's defeated. I do feel like there might be 2 or 3 of them, though, that vote no. I feel like, and I've said it before too, we've continued to see it, but there's dark money channels and big billionaire money going for the conservatives, and that continuing to be exposed. The lavish lifestyles for some of these justices, secrets and lavish lifestyles, money being coming out. Maybe that happens around the same time. The legacy. I feel like there's 2 of them that will say that he has presidential immunity, but there's defeat there for Trump. I don't see that going through. I feel like it would be Alito and Thomas, Kathy, that would vote no. There might be a third. Gorsuch might vote no, or vote that he has presidential immunity. Feeling like 2 or 3. But I do feel more stuff coming out about the dark money soon. All right. Oh, it could be Keisha Lance Bottoms Rose. That actually really resonates. Let's ask. I feel like it might be her. Will Keisha Lance Bottoms run for the governor race in Georgia in 2026? Getting a yes with the pendulum. Will Keisha Lance Bottoms be the next governor of Georgia? Getting a yes. Could be her. Thank you, Rose. I do feel that Thomas will leave. Timing's always a bit hard. I feel like it's going to happen before the election, Janie. Um, I feel like Thomas has some health issues. And I see also that the big scandal with his wife being the reasons why he steps down. It feels like he might step down right before the election, like I'm feeling fall time. Maybe it gets pushed out into next year, but I see Thomas leaving soon. All right. I hadn't heard of this, but let's take a look at this real quick. An insurrectionist filed a class action lawsuit against a Capitol police officer for excessive force. What will the outcome be? I'm not feeling that being successful at all. Is this insurrectionist in jail and filing a lawsuit? Have they been charged, or were they just somebody at the Capitol? Yeah, I feel Thomas will use his health as an issue, health issues as a reason for stepping down. I agree, Aries. All right. I don't see that being successful at all. I have the government coming in, so you can say the Capitol Police. There's success. There's abundance here with the Sun and Nine of Pentacles. We have death coming in, which would be an ending to this. It's defeated and walking away, moving on. I don't see that being successful at all. I hadn't heard about the lawsuit, though. I don't even know if they'll take the case, to be completely honest with you. Could they just reject it? I hadn't heard of this. Fisher versus U.S. is being argued in front of the Supreme Court about removing the obstruction charges for January 6th rioters. Will the Supreme Court rule to uphold the obstruction charge? I feel like they will uphold the obstruction charge. I don't see them dismissing it. Will the Supreme Court rule to uphold the obstruction charges for the January 6th rioters? I'm getting a yes. They're going to uphold the charges. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. I'm feeling a lot better. I had like a sinus allergies and sinus issues, and it's kind of went to the lungs a little bit, but I'm feeling a lot better. Just a little congested. Oh yeah, Andy Biggs and Paul Gosar are going down. I agree, and we can take a look at Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I don't see her being removed, though, unfortunately. I feel like there's the scandal continues to kind of loom over her, but I don't see her being removed, or I'm not sure when her when her reelection would be, or her next election would be. It feels like it's just more scandal that's damaging her reputation, but I don't know if I do feel like there might be some investigation into it, but I don't feel charges or her being removed from the governor's race, unfortunately. I feel like she's got too many people, and the is it Arkansas that she's from, or is it Alabama? I think it's Arkansas. I see that she's got so much help from there. Yeah, we know she took the money. I see it being exposed to the world. She may take some kind of deal. She does have a tower moment coming up, though. Does anybody know when she's up for re-election? Is it in 2024? Is it 2026? She might only be a one-term governor, is what I'm feeling. Because I do feel like she does walk away, moves on, but I don't feel jail time. It's like there's more stuff coming out. The tower's crumbling, and then it's like foolish things that she did, but it's also a bit of a new adventure. But moving on to something new. I don't feel jail though. She's got a lot of people that have her back. It'll take a while for it all to kind of come out too. 2026. She may be a one-term governor. I do feel like a male is going to come in after her, but I don't feel jail time. Yeah, that's right. Her dad was governor before her, I believe, or was governor there. Oh, that's a good question. Sandy says, "Why did I and other people feel sick during the eclipse?" Yeah, I felt lightheaded. It's very powerful energy kind of coming in. Very intense and overwhelming energy. I feel a little bit drained today, but um, not too bad. But yeah, the energy is very intense, which is why it's overwhelming for the body. It didn't feel the best. I felt a little dizzy and a little bit tired afterwards. I did sleep pretty good last night, though. Yeah, I do see Ted Cruz having scandals too, Michelle. Absolutely. I don't feel Ted Cruz is going to be reelected. Let's take a look at Ted Cruz. I don't feel jail time for him. Unfortunately, I wish I did. I've always felt like he's such a snake. He's able to um he's able to not have it look like definitive proof to link it back to him, but he definitely was involved with January 6th and the electors, the fake electors. And I feel like dark money information coming out about him too. Interesting. I have like the whistleblower coming out on Ted Cruz, so interesting that just fell out. Information being revealed. All right, let's take a look. Will Ted Cruz win his reelection in Texas in his Texas Senate race? It's a battle. It is a battle. I see pissed off women taking him out. You have the Empress, the Four of Cups. In this deck, it's three women that are not happy with the situation in Texas. Um, I'm feeling like this is Colin Allred. He's got that fiery Democratic energy and a lot of funding going to him. I think that he's going to make that race very competitive. It's going to be a tight battle. It's going to be a battle, but I have loss here. So 5 of Cups, grieving, loss, mourning. I think it will be a very close race, though. Close race. I don't think it will be a landslide, but I feel like Colin Allred definitely has the advantage in that race. He's not popular in the state. And like I said, this abortion thing is really going to get women out to vote in Texas. I don't believe Alina Hobbit is still on Trump's legal team, Maria. Star says, is that a real dog? He hasn't moved. Finn, are you taking a nap? We moved a little bit there. He's taking a little puppy nap. Yeah, I thought Hobbit was fired. Yeah, I've read on it several times, Sandra, and even when it all happened, I didn't have the best feeling for the hostages. I do, unfortunately, I feel like there's some that they still have, but I do feel like I feel like a majority of the ones that they think that they have already passed on, unfortunately. But I do feel like there's more hostages being released. I don't feel like, but I think they're saying that they have like 100 hostages. I think is what they're reporting. I feel like maybe like 20, 25, 30, 20 to 30 is what they have left, and that amount being released. But I do feel them being released. I do feel like a ceasefire is going to happen here sooner rather than later. I thought I heard that Haba was fired, and I'm pretty sure she was. I think she was fired after the civil case against him. I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. I thought I heard that he wasn't using her anymore. Can you read on whether the Bahamas will avoid a major hurricane this year? I do feel like the Bahamas may have a hurricane, unfortunately, and I hope I'm wrong with that. I do feel it's going to be a very strong hurricane season. I was getting a hit that I did feel on the Gulf side, Mexico and southern Texas coasts being affected. I do feel like there's some flooding in Texas. I'm feeling like there might be like 5 major storms. Maybe that's not all like Cat 5. I don't feel that, but like 5 really significant ones. But I do feel when I read the question, like the Bahamas may have some hurricane activity this year. I feel a couple on the Atlantic side, but it feels like the Gulf is very active too. Oh, Jane says that she was fired as a lawyer, but she does something else now. Okay. People are saying Hobbit was fired by Weaselberg. Yeah, interesting. Dwight, I already read on it. It was the first thing. I do feel like it will affect the race there. And like I said, I feel pretty good about Arizona for Democrats and for the Senate race too. Well, let's look at the Arizona fake electors. There are indictments coming. I do feel that. Ness, I won't be on for members this Monday. It'll be the 22nd. I'm on vacation next week, so 22nd, I believe it's the 22nd. Not next Monday, but the following one, we'll do our members live. Yeah, the birds were being crazy during the eclipse too. I told my hawk story earlier on. There were a couple bats that flew by us. I have geese in the backyard. Well, overlooking the backyard, they were all going crazy. I feel like there's going to be indictments for this in May, Jeffrey. Maybe that's the indictments I feel coming soon. Is there a female overlooking the fake electors or that's in charge of it? Because I feel like a female energy. I have the Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Empress. So there's a lot of female energy associated with this. Yeah, the collaborations, the Dark Monday funding. I feel like people in the house should be Gosar and Biggs. Might be June, May or June. But yeah, they're coming in with it. Indictments are coming. They're still kind of reviewing and analyzing. They're going after the emperor. There's loss and grief, and people being tied up, people being trapped or jailed. I feel emperor trying to hold on to power. There's loss there for these cases, and then being bound and tied. Yeah, I think we're going to hear about the Arizona case soon. Did Marge get a target letter? I'm going to ask the pendulum. I don't feel like she's gotten a target letter yet, but I do think she will get one. Has Marjorie Taylor Greene gotten a target letter? Has she already gotten a target letter? Pendulum saying no. Will MTG get a target letter in the future? Yes. Yeah, I don't know if she's gotten a target letter quite yet, but I do feel one coming. Oh, I see MTG going down because of January 6th Rose Blue. I do think that she'll get reelected, so maybe indictments come more into next year. It almost feels like maybe spring of next year. I don't see a lot of Americans moving to Canada in the next year, Miss Charlotte. I don't see that. I do feel like the West Coast, I do feel like there's Americans going more into the middle of the country, but I don't. It feels like more people kind of going towards the middle. I don't see them going north or south. Oh, thank you, Anna. I've read on it before. I do feel Jeffries will be speaker before the election, but let's just ask the pendulum. I said when the House went to the Republicans in 2023 that I felt like Jeffries would be, and even when they were ousting McCarthy, I did get the hit that Jeffries would be speaker before the election. It felt like, but let's just see. Will Hakeem Jeffries be the speaker before the November elections? Let me ask again. It did go to yes, but it was like weirdly still for a second. Will Hakeem Jeffries be Speaker of the House before the November elections? I'm getting a yes, but it's acting a little weird with it. So I think it's a possibility, a strong possibility. All right, you guys, I'm probably going to do one or two more questions. I already looked at the abortion ban, Joanne. It was the first thing I read on. Yeah, he gives little nibbles too to try to hurt you. Finn behind me. All right. Somebody said, who do I see as Trump's running mate? Do I see nobody, a family member, or Tulsi Gabbard? Well, I think it will depend, but I almost feel like he may have a VP pick before the convention. Well, he would have one before the convention, because I almost feel like they make it with his VP pick. I had always said I felt like it might be. I had a weird feeling when Tim Scott announced that he was running, and I didn't feel like he would be voted in on his own, but I felt like he may be a VP pick. And I also kind of felt like he was strongly considering Kristi Noem, the South Dakota governor. I don't think it's a family member. I do think he would consider Tulsi Gabbard, but I don't think so. Will Donald Trump pick Tim Scott as his vice presidential pick? Pendulum saying yes. So went to a maybe to a yes. Will Donald Trump pick Kristi Noem as his VP pick? Maybe to a no. So I don't think it's her. I think he's leaning towards Tim Scott. Will Donald Trump pick Tulsi Gabbard as his VP pick? No. No. I think it might be Tim Scott. I don't want you guys to worry about RFK Jr. I know it's hard not to, but the way he's a Republican, and I do feel like there was dark money to get him into the race to affect the outcome. I get serious dark energy around RFK Jr. Just saying, I get a really dark vibe around him. What's the term? He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what I feel like with him. I just got that. Wolf in sheep's clothing. I think he's so extreme on the issues, though. I don't see him. I don't see Democrats really coming behind him to support him. It feels like it's more of the conspiracy theory MAGA people that would support him. Yeah, I mean, his family doesn't even like him, right? Ian. Thank you, Dale. All right, let's take a look at RFK Jr. I thought it was interesting. I said it before, but CNN had a video clip of him, and well, of voters that supported him, and I think it was like 6 or 7 RFK supporters. And the interviewer asked them if he wasn't on the ballot, who would they support? All but one said that they would vote for Donald Trump. So that tells you right there they're Donald Trump voters. They had RFK's a nothing burger. I actually see Trump is kind of mad at RFK though, because I think he's starting to see that he's a risk to his voters. But I do feel like there was dark money, maybe even I feel like there's a Russia connection with RFK Jr. as well, to get him in to try to affect the race to secure a win for Donald Trump. But I feel it backfiring. Yeah, he's walking away. I don't see his campaign really picking up. I do feel like there's some money behind him. He's moving on. He's not well mentally either. Is something coming out about he picked a female for his vice presidency, and I think that might be something that some people don't like. But I see people walking away or him resigning here. He was given some money, I think, to run, but he's moving on to calmer waters. He's moving on. Yeah, he's not all there in the head. Delusion. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I do feel like Joseph Kennedy has some success. I feel like he might be a senator at some point. He may run for president too. I don't know if I feel him winning the presidency. But he's still pretty young, if I remember correctly. Is he like in his 40s, 30s? I think 40s. Yeah, I think Joseph Kennedy may be a senator at one day, though. I feel like he has a long political career. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to end there today. But like I said earlier, I may be on with Mel this Thursday. I think that's the plan right now. I guess we'll see how I feel and all the stuff that I have to pack up and get ready for. But what was I going to say? But again, members, I won't be live next week. I'll be on my trip. The following Monday, I have my members live. I will be back on the 23rd. Let's see. I think Afefe, who I really enjoyed working with Susan, will be on my channel on Wednesday, the 24th. And then Thursday nights with Mel, the 25th. Oh, thank you. And like I said, if you have any ideas for me, I'm going to Gettysburg, DC, and New York City. I'm going to Manhattan next week. If you have any fun ideas, please write them in the comments after the video posts. I would appreciate that. And again, if you'd like a reading or a Reiki session with me, you can book online on my website, kevinlovingvibrations.com. All the information of that is in the description box. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully I see you all on Thursday night, and if not, I'll be back soon. If I can jump live or do a quick video while I'm on my trip, I'll do that. But I don't know it. It's a lot of driving and all that, so we'll see. But what deck am I using? I think the last one I used was the Mythic Tarot. I have the Morgan Greer deck. the Arcanum. This one was like tarot was a golden wheel or something like that. And I think I might have used the light seer stack today too. So, all right, everyone. You all have a great evening, and I will see you all really soon. Take care. Stay grounded. Keep the calm. Keep the faith. We're all going to get through this time together, okay? All right. Take care, everyone.